How we doing, guys? Always to be something a bit different, something a bit of a laugh. Just seen on the Leeds social media that they are streaming the 1972 FA Cup final. I think I've missed the first half of it. Connor has just reminded me of it now. So, guys, I thought I'd jump on and do a live watch along anyway, guys. A live commentary if you like. But, guys, of course, if you want to get your comments in, make sure you get your comments in. And I'll respond to them as we go along, guys. So, see if anyone joins us on this. It's a bit last minute, I'll be honest. It is a bit of a last minute jobby, this. But we'll see if anyone does join us on this one. So, half time of the game, 0-0, tense game so far. We'll make sure you get your comments in, guys. And if there's anything you want to discuss as we go along, make sure you get your comments in. It did say a minute ago we had no viewers. We now have 26 viewers. I was having a bit of a panic then. Thought I might just talk to myself. But luckily, we're just a bit late on the old StreamYard there. Just a bit late, letting me know that we have got people actually watching us. I was having a bit of a panic there. I was thinking, no one's watching me. I'm just rambling to myself, as I normally do most days. So, guys, yeah, half-time, 0-0. Half-time thoughts? Anyone stood out to you so far in this game? Massive cup final game, of course. But, guys, yeah, look, we've not got much to comment on at the minute, so we just thought, let's have a bit of a laugh. It's been a bit of a dull last couple of days for everyone. It's been a dull last couple of days, so if we can do anything that is going to bring some cheers, we'll do it. Anyway, guys, so 0-0, half-time. Decent little start by Leeds. Arsenal came into it as the half went on. It was going to be a good little second half. Both teams set up in a 4-4-2 shape. Yeah, half-time in the game so far. Well, I'm hoping it is anyway. So I'll be honest, not seen the first half. But guys, any comments you want to get in to discuss, let's go on with that as well. But yeah, as Jonty says, one goal could win it. Very tense game this. Could go either way in a minute. Arsenal Cup final winners last year, 1971 against Liverpool. So it could be an interesting one. But guys, get your comments coming in. It's a bit of a laugh. Look, guys, it's a bit of a laugh. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, this, but if it can bring a few smiles, then why not? But guys, yeah, it's been a rough couple of days, hasn't it? Let's be honest, it's been a rough couple of days. With what Boris has been announcing. Obviously, hopefully, a lot of you guys are out of work at the minute. With what has gone on. But yeah, if anyone needs to talk to any of all these TV teams going through a tough time, or DMs are always open, guys. DMs are always open. If people are going through a tough time, just hopefully it's a time where everyone's going to join together and really get through this. But yeah, let's just see what we can do with this video anyway. But yeah, obviously we've had a couple of updates on the season itself. So I'm just adjusting the headphones there. Yeah, we've had a couple of updates from the EFL. They're very, very much determined to finish off the season. It seems like this season is more important than next season to an extent. The focus is more on finishing this season more than anything. There's been a couple of quotes about June the 30th being a target date. Again, we'll have to wait and see on that. I think June the 30th is the big target date, purely because of player contracts, sponsorship deals. A couple of things I mentioned in my video this week. Joe mentioned his video previously. The 30th of June is a very, very key date, in terms of, player contracts run out. You've got some players who are unhappy at clubs at the minute. They're, are they going to be happy to play on beyond that contract? As much as you'd like to think that everyone's going to come together around this time. So I'm just going to sense myself a bit more in there. But yeah, you'd like to think everyone's going to, just put contract disputes to one side. Just get this season finished. Let's bring a little bit of joy, if we can, as the season goes on. So, see any comments coming in. And yeah, we're playing Wolves in 2 days as well after this final. It's talk about that for fixture congestion. But to be honest, guys, they are talking about a game every 2 days if they are going to finish off the season. Obviously, that's a rumour just at the minute. But we'll wait and see on that one. Fortunately, broadcaster show is not available at the minute. As far as I'm aware, second half is starting soon. Bear with me, guys, anyway. Yeah, no broadcast at the minute, guys. Please let me know if there is a second half coming up, if you guys know of that at all. But yeah, Stephen Piggins has just commented that he was there that day for his 16th birthday. Absolutely fair play, Stephen. I'm massively jealous, to be honest with you. I'm massively jealous. Thinking of Leeds even now, under Marcelo Bielsa, going to an FA Cup final is absolutely unreal, to be fair. You know, and that's the thing, isn't it? You know, cup finals, you know, just going to Wembley. I've been to Wembley once myself. And I look at the game, the 08 playoff final against Doncaster. Yeah, heartbreaking day, that, to be honest. In the early teenage years, that was a heartbreaking day, that. But hopefully this is going to go better anyway. Guys, keep the comments coming in. Just try to fill in a bit of time before the second half starts. I'm hoping the second half's going to start anyway. Otherwise, I'm in a bit of a mess here. But yeah, guys, keep your comments coming in. But as I said, if anyone needs to talk during this time, it's going to be a really, really stressful time for everyone. Make sure, you know, all our DMs are open. If you need to talk to us, we're there. We're there. That's at the end of the day. And you know, if we can help at all, we are there to talk. You know, if you need to want to listen, we're there to listen as well, guys. It's going to be a very, very difficult time for many people. This, you know, it is going to be a very uncertain time for veteran. But Terry Austin, I forgot how good Billy was. What a player! I mean, I'm jealous of anyone who got to see players like Billy Bremner. You know, anyone even from the '90s team. You know, early 2000s, I kind of briefly remember the early 2000s. But yeah, what a player! What a player! Among the greatest of all time. Absolutely no doubt about this. But yeah, guys, let's just hope we are going to get a second half here. Matthew Stewart is giving us an update from the Philippines. He's in complete from the Philippines. They are in complete lockdown at the minute, and that is absolutely fantastic to hear, guys. And particularly Matthew, that these videos are helping a lot. That's fantastic. We're going to continue, Matthew, to aim to do as many videos as we can. Try and keep them as light-hearted as possible. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to listen to a video and we're downbeat. You know, we want to try and keep it as upbeat as possible. You know, keep it as upbeat as possible. But yeah, you know, stay strong, Matthew. Stay strong. You know, it's it is difficult times. But yeah, Michael Hamilton, Belgium locked down at the minute. But at the minute, there's rumours about it potentially in the UK. But yeah, no news about that at the minute. About a lockdown in the UK. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? At the end of the day, guys, we've got to do what our local authorities recommend, really. But yeah, guys, if anyone is self-isolating at the minute, and this video is bringing any kind of joy, that is fantastic for you. Russell Vernon is having to self-isolate at the minute due to major health problems. But yeah, you know, hopefully, you keep him well there, Russ. You know, that's the thing. You know, it is. You know, obviously, you know, the major health problems. You know, it is a tough time. You know, it's a nerve-wracking time. Absolutely no doubt about it. But yeah, you know, just keep sticking to what the authorities say, guys, and just keep calm. You know, just keep calm and just remember that. I think the only thing you can take from this is that everyone's going through the same thing at the same time. I think that's the one reassuring thing you have, that everyone is going through the same thing at the same time, and that hopefully is a help as such. But yeah, guys. But yeah, it's. I hope we're getting a second half here, guys. I'm hoping we are getting a second half, because getting a bit nervy here if we aren't getting a second half. So yeah, the broadcast has gone on at the minute. I'm just going to have a little look, but yeah, by the way, guys, where I'm getting this from is from the official Leeds United social media channels, from the Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I've not just come on live and decided to watch the 72 Cup final randomly. You know, guys, make sure you're watching the 72 Cup final as you go along. But you can find it on the Twitter, on the Facebook. Yeah, I'm not just rambling there. There is genuinely something going on the Leeds socials. We had the FIFA games as well. And that's the thing, just keeping the spirits up, guys. We had Norton Crotters games, Connect 4, bit of everything. It's great, really. It is great. But as Matthew Stewart says, Billy would be worth 200 million in today's market. I think that's an understatement and a half, to be honest. I think, yeah, absolutely no doubt about it. You know, someone who can score, tackle, leads from the front, proper leader. You know, someone who, you know, fitness-wise, absolutely top of his game. Easy 200 million. You know, in an era where you see what some of the midfielders go for at the minute, easy 200 million. You know, I think in today's game, you go into sort of like the 220, 230, 250 kind of £1 million ranges. You know, someone who can do all the different things. You don't get many midfielders like that these days, or sort of in the last sort of 20, 30 years, who can score goals, tackle, pass, dribble, just do everything on the ball. Just do everything he wants to do on the ball. And he is one of the greatest players in British football history, and that is rightly being acknowledged in the Hall of Fame. And we're expecting a big second half from Billy as well in this one. So, guys, we're going to have to have a little bit of search around here, try and find a broadcast of the second half. A bit of trouble there, guys. I do apologise for it. But, yeah, keep the comments coming in, guys. But if there's anything current you want to talk about, make sure you do that, guys. It's not about the game. Happy to talk about anything you want to talk about, guys. Right, see how we get on anyway. But guys, if anyone does know if we are getting a second half, please do let me know. Please do let me know if we're not getting a second half, so I'm not making it completely waste everyone's time here. Yeah, it's going to be interesting times, isn't it, guys? What happens with the rest of the season? There's loads of different things being discussed. Me, this is just my personal opinion on it. I want this next season to be one that doesn't get disrupted. From the full point of view that coronavirus has already disrupted one football season, let's not disrupt a second. Even if it means we can't finish this season, let's not let it disrupt the second season. Let's not let it do that. If we go into the Premier League, we don't want to play in half the games. We don't want to be starting in December. That's just my personal opinion on it, guys. But if you disagree, then please do let me know what your feelings are on this. But guys, I'm not sure what is happening with the second half here. I'm assuming we are getting a second half. I'll keep searching around, but I think the second half should be starting soon. But yeah, tight, cagey first half. Just try and keep posted for the second half anyway. Okay, interesting comment here off the Dan Dobb, 1982. Oscar, if you could have any one player from our history in today's team, who would you choose? Only one. I'm going to I'm going to do one from the whole of Leeds' history. I'm going to do one from my time of watching Leeds in this current team. From the whole of Leeds' history, into this team, the first instinct would be to say Billy Bremner. But in terms of what this team needs most, I'm looking at our midfield options at the minute, and this is purely what I'm going off. Obviously, Billy Bremner is the obvious one. I'm not going to go with Billy Bremner. I'm going to be controversial. I'm not going to go with Billy Bremner. It's a difficult one to I'm going to go for Mark Viduka. I'm going to go for Mark Viduka purely as a lone centre forward. It's a position he played multiple times for Leeds. In the front two or just on his own up top. I'm going to have to go for Mark Viduka in this Leeds team with the amount of chances we create. Okay, maybe pressing wise, etc., etc. But he wasn't first, second, along with Ollie Decor, probably first and second kind of Leeds heroes from that kind of era. But yeah, I know he's not going to do with loads of pressing, etc. that Bielsa likes, but in terms of first touch, hold up play, link up play, strength, finishing, I'm going to have to go with Mark Viduka in this Leeds team. Please let me know, guys, if you disagree. Second one, I was kind of thinking of was probably a little bit more creativity in the middle, maybe Johnny Jow, something like that. But for me, I'm going to have to go with Mark Viduka. I'm going to have to go with Mark Viduka up top on his own in the system. With Pablo Mateus just running off him, I think could work really, really well, guys. But yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Mark Viduka, guys. Let us know in the comments down below. Who would you go with? Who would you go with? And it's one team from our whole history in this current team. Who would you go with? Make sure you comment, guys. Are we getting a second half? Let's wait and see. No sign of it this far. Get a bit nervy here, guys. I've called you into like a live stream, and there's not going to be a second half after all this anyway. Well, Dan Dobb has replied, loves Viduka. I mean, who didn't love Viduka? To be fair, work rate, not sure with Bielsa. To be fair, that's a fair point, work rate. Also maybe he's gone for more of an Alan Smith kind of striker. But for me, someone a pure goal scorer, someone who could hold the ball up on his own, do all the things, all of the other bits of centre forward play, aside from kind of like pressing in that lot. I think just Mark Viduka's your man. I mean, Mark Viduka, one of the best strikers in English football history for me. In that 4 years he had at Leeds, he was just absolutely clinical. Even when the last 2 seasons at Leeds, the ones that really, really stick out in my mind, 02, 03, 03, 04, he still scored bags full of goals. In 2 teams that weren't great. And that's been an understatement, really. His creativity in that team, which remained pennant in 03, 04, he was our most creative player. So with that service, to score the goals he did, especially 203 when he got the goals that kept us up. Yeah, I'd have to say Mark Viduka for me. That would be my personal one to go with. But another shout out for a striker I was kind of thinking of, Alan Clarke. Again, does very much a similar kind of things. But purely from what I've seen, I'm going to have to go with Mark Viduka. But Alan Clarke's definitely a shout. He's looking at probably the two best strikers in Leeds in history there, along with probably Tony Yeboah. You're probably looking at easily, the best two or three strikers in Leeds history there. Clinical strikers who are going to score goals in this team, can hold the ball up, can play one up top. Steve Morrison, again, good shout. Kind of wish I'd thought of this one, to be fair. Nigel Martin. Nigel Martin, wow. During the Champions League runs, some of the saves he pulled off, just fantastic goalkeeper. Maybe in terms of modern day, he might not be the best with his feet, but in terms of, commanding his area, leading the team, leading his defence, organising his defence, I think, you have to say Nigel Martin's definitely a contender as well. A bit of love as well for Gary Speed. Gary Speed's another shout. But I'm going more with what this team, the deficiencies in this team at the minute, I think is finishing. So I'm going to have to go with Mark Viduka. But Gary Speed on the left-hand side, definitely a shout. In terms of can do everything, can play left-back, can go into centre-mid, can go onto the right-hand side, left-hand side, score goals from anywhere, contribute from anywhere, and be a proper battler in the team, workhorse for the team. Obviously you've got, Gary's definitely a shout there. Rich Bedford's gone for Ian Hart. Matthew Stewart's gone for Beckford. Beckford's definitely a shout as well, in terms of someone who can play up top on his own. Thomas Broley's had a shout off Clive Bindley. We won't go there on Thomas Broley. I'd be surprised if Thomas Broley could get through a training session, never mind a full 90 minutes of Beelzebub, to be honest. So another question after the Andog 1992. If you could choose any current player to add to this team, presumably the team that's playing today, the 72 Cup final, current player, I think I've read this question right. Any current player from this team to add to the 72 Cup final team, please comment to Andog if I've misunderstood this question. Who would it be? Again, that's a good question. That's a difficult one to answer. Who would it be? I'm just going to keep an eye, guys, if we have got a second half coming here. Don't think we do. I don't think we've got a second. I think I've called you in for a live stream. We haven't got a second half coming up. Oh, no. Oh, no, we haven't got a second. I don't think we've got a second half coming here, guys. We'll carry on with the debate anyway. Current player from this team. Let's go to the 70-72 team. You have Luke Ayling. Again, but you got Paul Reaney in this team. Difficult question. Ben White purely for his composure, but can you break down, Norman Hunter, Jack Charlton, the options at centre back, in that 70s, that's a hard one as well. Pablo's getting a shout. Hard question that. Hard question. Pablo's probably a shout because he is that player who just does something a little bit different, has a little bit of craft. Can play as a 10, can play on the right, can play on the left, can play in centre mid. I'd probably have to go Pablo. I think Pablo's probably the best shout there. LUFC Lewis. Make sure you do check out LUFC Lewis. Fantastic YouTuber. Make sure you check him out. I've known Lewis quite a long time, to be fair, in the YouTube game. Ready for this summer promotion party? Well, hopefully the season gets going. Definitely. Birthday is June 26th. So I'm kind of fingers crossed. Maybe that might be a day we get promotion on. I think it's a Friday this year. It's Friday or Saturday, I don't know. But honestly, guys, it's going to be something a bit different if we do get the season going again. If we're getting a summer party, middle of the season, and it's middle of June or something, and we're playing football, club football. That's going to be something different. It's going to be quite, something you probably never ever see again. Well, hopefully, we're never going to see again. Definitely, hopefully, something we'll never see again. But just a once in a lifetime kind of thing. Watching club football in June, July, kind of thing, in the middle of summer, peak of summer, beer gardens, everything. It'll be great. To be fair, it will be great. Let's just hope we get the season going again. and it doesn't impact the next season. They're absolutely buzzing with that, guys. As Archie Morey says, that's if the pubs are open. But guys, hopefully, Orage is right when he says 12 weeks and we get things going again. Let's hope that is the case. But yeah, guys, let's hope that is the case. But a lot of love for Pablo in terms of the one player going from this team into the 72 team. That's definitely a shout. I think it probably would have to be Pablo. I was thinking Ben White. But in terms of that game in that era, probably would prefer Pablo. It's a difficult one, isn't it? And yeah, guys, as Marchie Moore says, hopefully football's coming over next year. But the one plus thing is, Euro 2021, we're going to have Kane, Rashford fit, we're going to have fully fit strike force for England. And then you've obviously got the Euros to look forward to, and then the World Cup after that. So, in terms of football, the football sense, it might turn out not to be that bad. Obviously, as long as we get promoted. But yeah, let's hope football's coming home next year as well. I was a bit gutted because I had Euro 2020 tickets, got tickets for the first game against Croatia. I'm not sure yet if the tickets do carry forward to next year. If they don't, they don't. It's one of those things. It's a learning curve. Yeah, the tickets for England and Croatia and then Queen afterwards the day after. But never mind, guys, never mind. There's more important things happening. Obviously, a massive shout as well for Phillips, hopefully maybe KP, Ben White might be getting into the England team into Euro 2021. So who knows, guys? The football sense, it might turn out not too bad. But yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? But the Dan Dobb 1982 has got another question in for us. Guys, this is increasingly looking likely to be just a Q&A really, because I'm not sure we're getting the second half of the live watch along, guys. I do apologise for that. I really want to do a Clarke 1-0 commentary, and I'm absolutely gutted about it. When Colin McGilligan mentioned it to me, I was thinking straight away, Clarke 1-0 commentary. If we get on it in the second half, I'm going to be absolutely buzzing. But yeah, it's one of those things. But guys, let us know. Does anyone else have Euro 2020 tickets? Because I've not a clue. I'm not a clue if they're going to roll over or not. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see, guys. Yeah, we will wait and see on that one anyway. As like UFC Lewis says, why go to the pub when we'll have a drink, to drink on? But yeah, I'll still never be able to get out of my head the memories of 2010. Bristol Rovers, what a day! What a day! I hope it's not as stressful as that again. But just the whole feeling of that, I think that experience alone makes you think if the season does get we get the promotion, but we don't get it through earning it as such. Playing the games, that would be quite gutting because the whole experience of that. Bristol Rovers, actually winning the game to get promoted, being there that day when you get promoted, 40,000 people, unreal day, absolutely unbelievable day that. As Dan Dobnik, 1982 says, Phillips supplying Kane as well. Phillips on the set pieces, Phillips in that holding midfield role, the holding midfielder we need in this England team, perfect for it. Alongside Jordan Henderson, will dominate the midfield battles in Euro 2021. I'm very confident of that as well. And who knows, someone in the number 10 role, whoever it is, and then we are left in them. Sterling, Sancho on the wings. It's going to be difficult to stop England in Euro 2021. And obviously Ben White at the back. Probably not Bamford in attack, but guys, we'll see anyway. But yeah, there's been a bit of talk about it, actually, to be fair. Thunderbolts, Lorimer, and the Dan Dunn 1982 talking about it in the comments down below. About the season the tournament even being hosted in one country, in England, for security reasons. Yeah, we'll wait and see on that one, guys. We'll wait and see. Very possible, guys. I'm not sure we are getting the watch along here. We're 24 minutes. I do apologise, guys. I did genuinely think, rightly so, that we will get the second half. But guys, we'll just turn this into a Q&A anyway, guys. We'll turn this into a Q&A. In fact, while we're talking, I'm going to edit the video of the title of this as well. So don't forget the second half anyway. So, guys, make sure you get your comments in, and we're just going to have a general chat now and see what we can talk about anyway. But guys, keep the comments coming in. I'm going to go through them anyway. But yeah, quite a last-minute planned video. We can still get Sorry, guys, I'm not sure we disappeared there, but anyway, let's carry on with this. But wow, probably gonna. You know what? Let's talk about Bristol Rovers. Let's talk about Bristol Rovers. You know what? Let's talk about. We're talking about a legendary game in '72. Let's talk about a game more recently, 2010, Bristol Rovers. Let's talk about it. So, Matthew Stewart, first little story we're getting from this. Bristol Rovers, what a game. Flew halfway around the world, 4K well spent. Absolutely fair play, mate. Let us know where you travel from, Matthew. But yeah, absolute fair play. I bet it was worth it. I bet it was worth it. Even the stress that they brought, I bet it was worth it. I remember that there was that. There's like a Scandinavian Leeds supporters group. I think it's still there. I'm not sure exactly which one it was. There were so many of them. It was in I can't remember. It was in Norway. It will come back to me. But yeah, there was sat in a row right in front of me, and yeah, I mean, wow, what a day! It's just remember, yeah, it was. You remember certain things from the day in that 2030 Norwegian, Norwegian whites on that day, absolutely had the time of their lives, and yeah, wow, absolutely unbelievable. UFC Lewis charging onto the pitch, some middle-aged bloke for the corner flag, and knee sliding down the touchline, touchless. Can't be denied that experience. Yeah, hopefully, guys, hopefully it's something like that. It's an experience like that anyway. Archie Morey, I remember being on the A64 in Gradle in his speeds past Gradle in his X5 speeds past, and we got a wave off him. Max Gradle, what a bloke Max Gradle was. That day he went from hero before the game to zero after the game, after getting sent off, back to hero again the season after that. I mean, he only played for Leeds for like a year and a half, but he had some experience being a Leeds player. He really did experience it all, didn't he? All the kind of emotions, getting sent off. Every single time a player tried to wind up Max Gradle, I thought the worst, but what a player. Somebody who could just win you a game like that. Like that is win you a game. Great player to watch. Scored goals, did a bit of everything. Entertaining as well. But yeah, what a player. But yeah, it's some fantastic players on the pitch that day for Leeds. Johnny Elson coming in, Roy the Rover stuff off the bench, fantastic. But yeah, it's absolutely unbelievable. Matthew Stewart travelled from Kuala Lumpur as well. Absolutely fair play. And what a game it was. But guys, keep your comments coming in. Let's have a bit of a discussion. It's not quite exactly what I thought this was going to be, but never mind. The show goes on. UFC Lewis, let's have a bit of debate. Best left winger of the decade, Gradle or Harrison? I'm going to have to go with Gradle. I do like Jack Harrison, but in terms of someone who could just win you a game like that, produce a moment of brilliance like that, it's got to be Max Gradle for me. Jack Harrison, fantastic engine, works harder, probably more Bielsa suited. But yeah, I mean, Max Gradle, what a player. I'd probably have to be Max Gradle for me in terms of best left winger of the decade. Another good little bit debate coming in here off Harrison, Phillips, Costa, Pablo, better as a whole than Johnson, Snodgrass, Gradle, and Houghton. To be honest, guys, no. It's a hard one to answer. In terms of purely getting your goals, linked up play, etc., I still have to go for Snodgrass, Houghton, Gradle, Becchio as the front four over the current front four at the minute. I think that's proven in the goals we score. We've scored in that side of Grayson team. At times we're absolutely unbelievable, that Grayson team. In terms of just scoring goals, we were terrible at the back, to be honest. Fantastic to watch at the other end of the pitch. As Lewis says, if Harrison had an end product, he'd be on par with Gradle, if not better. Definitely. I think if Harrison did have a better end product, inevitably, I think if Harrison did have a better end product, there's no chance he'd be anywhere near the Championship. And for me, I think he's going to be a Premier League footballer. I think he's going to have a career in the Premier League. Potentially, he's got a chance of being an England player. Obviously, he's got a lot of competition on out wide. Obviously Sterling, Sancho. Absolute world class wingers. Let's be honest, especially Sancho. Probably one of the best in the world at the minute at Dortmund. Best player in the Bundesliga for me. So yeah, he's got competition, but he has that work rate. He can adapt. He can play different positions. I've heard of. I can't say the exact source here, but Man City, got a couple of good friends at Man City, not in terms of the coaching side of things, but I heard on quite good authority that Man City's initial plan with Jack Harrison was to convert him to a left back. I found that quite interesting, that they did believe Jack Harrison had all the abilities to be a left back. And to be fair, when you watch him, you think, yeah, he's definitely a left back in there. And probably more of a winger, though. He probably is going to be a winger. Let's not forget how good he is on the right side as well. Archie Morey, Wood, McCormack or Bamford? Well, it's got to be Wood or McCormack for me. Like the two. I think Bamford's much improved this season, but in terms of goal scoring, etc., it's got to be between Wood and McCormack for me. And it's a very interesting one, that. Very, very interesting one, that. Wood or McCormack. Difficult one. Get your comments in, guys. Between those two. I think Wood was probably the better goal scorer. McCormack probably the better creator, and someone who could drop deep and make things happen. He's a bit more, had that bit more agility. Obviously, not so much now, but in terms of McCormack at his peak, absolutely unbelievable. Woods, to be fair, that season under Gary Monk, absolutely unbelievable. Both very, very, very clinical goal scorers, very good goal scorers. I think if you want goals, go for Woods. If you want an all-round player, probably McCormack for me. But I thought both did absolutely fantastic things. But for out centre forwards, one up top, I'd go for Chris Woods. Guys, obviously Chris Woods has gone on to have a better career of the two as well. He's been quite a clinical goal scorer in the Premier League for Burnley. Well, guys, let's have another 10 minutes. Keep the comments coming in. It doesn't look like we're going to get a second half to comment on, so it's going to be a little bit misleading, the title of this video. I'm going to change the title of this video again. I'm going to try again to change the title of this video after failing the first time. But yeah, guys, it's one of those, isn't it? Keep the comments coming in. And I'll try and answer all your questions as we go along. But yeah, Matthew Stewart says McCormack for sure. Unfortunately, I can't change the title. I didn't do it yet, guys. But guys, we are just tuning in. I apologise. It's not going to be a live stream of the second half against Arsenal. I was planning on that, but unfortunately, we haven't got a second half stream. But one of those things anyway, guys. Keep the comments coming in. So let's try and have a couple come in the last couple of minutes. Salvasha said, I remember watching it on TV, was 13 at the time, very happy day, still hits me when I see Mick Jones get into his medal with his arm strapped, maybe cost us the league. Yeah, of course, 2 days after we played Wolves away from home, we lose 2-1. Again, we needed to win the title. Imagine that today's day and age. Need a game, you need to win a game to win the title. Game left over is being played after the last game of the season. You need to win it to win the title. Bank holiday Monday, I think it was, 72, and Leeds lost the game 2-1. I mean, you talk about bad luck. Obviously, 74, managed to win the title. Again, in Don Revy's last season as Leeds United manager. So in the end, we did get our own back to an extent. But yeah, it was a Leeds team that didn't get all the titles it deserved. For one reason or another, it didn't get the titles it deserved, which is a massive shame. What a team. It's the epitome of supporting the team in terms of the entertainment factor it produces. The football, the impression it makes on the world. You can't go out anywhere in football. In terms of talking about football, mention Leeds, it goes straight to the 70 team, straight to the teams in the 70s. 65 to 75, that era made a massive impression on the whole of England. It's probably one of the first teams to really make an impression. You're talking before Liverpool, before Scum, before Chelsea, before Arsenal, before City. That team made an impression before all of them. Probably the only team you could go back to before that was probably the Tottenham team that did the double in 61, I think it was. So absolutely unbelievable. But Savasha is actually joining in terms of I think if you guys remember, make sure you get your comments in as well on this question. You take any player from Leeds' history to put into this Leeds team right now. It's 1920 Leeds team. Who would it be? Savasha has gone for Sniffer Clarke or Jimmy Floyd. Jimmy Floyd's a good shout as well. Didn't even think of Jimmy Floyd over Viduka. Bremner or Giles are the best into our 10 position, and Terry Cooper at left back. It's a tough one though, isn't it, guys? It's a tough one. Can you drop Stuart Dallas at the minute? Can you drop Stuart Dallas in the form he's in? But yeah, it's a tough one, that. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Archie Morey is actually asking me an interesting one here. Do you ever reckon the QSI deal will happen? Now, guys, I personally think that massively depends on whether we achieve promotion or not. I think it massively depends on that. I think it's going to be the be all and end all on that. I don't think anyone's going to want to invest in a club like Leeds in the Championship. Obviously, it's looking like we're going to get promoted. But yeah, I'm hoping, it's one of those. Do we want it to happen? I'm happy with the way the club's managed at the minute. So whether we can do what we're doing now at a high level, in terms of where the playing field isn't level. You got obviously the big six, if you like, or the big seven if you're going to throw Leicester into that. Big eight if you want to throw Wolves into that. You've got probably a pool of 8 teams there who are always going to be sort of the first to 8th place teams at the minute. They're very much established now. I think Leicester and Wolves have kind of established themselves into that kind of like status quo, if you like, of those teams. Then you're looking at all the rest of the league. All the rest of the league, anyone can kind of go down. From sort of Everton downwards, anyone can go down. Anyone can go down. That's the thing. No one's safe in this league, so it's a tough one. Do we need the investment from QSI? For me, it's a difficult one to answer right now. It's a difficult one to answer right now. I don't know if it's something we want or don't want. But yeah, it's definitely something worth considering, as the season goes on. So, the Dandob, who was our best player that was born in Yorkshire? Wow. For that 70s kind of era, obviously you got Orrini, just going to go, not necessarily named in any particular order, but just going for the 70, that kind of team in terms of who was born in Yorkshire. Orrini, Norman Hunter, Charlton was North East, Newcastle way, I think. So, yeah, you got contenders there. Trying to think who else. Obviously, Alan Clarke, obviously he's Yorkshire. I don't think, from that team, 3 from Yorkshire there. David Batty. Wow, it's quite a few to consider it, really. David Batty, obviously KP, you've got to throw KP in there, obviously for what he's done the last couple of seasons. Lewis Cook as well, for the impression he made. There's quite a few players there, really. I'll try to think of anyone else. Even from the early eras, there wasn't so many in the 90s who were kind of from Leeds. Just actually just thinking now. Trying to think who else in that era. Trying to think who else we had in that era. It was from Yorkshire. But yeah, I think obviously David Batty probably would have to be the one. In terms of he played in 2 eras, he played in 2 really, really good eras, 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, for me, I've got to go David Batty out of all of them, out of all the ones I can think of anyway. Probably is more. There will definitely be more. But yeah, I'm going to have to go David Batty. Around that 2000s, he was aging a little bit, but it was his footballing brain. It was his footballing brain that made the biggest difference to me, David Batty. Massively underappreciated. I think obviously the media always likes to perceive him as a player who was just dirty, just likes to get stuck in, but he was very, very, very good reader of the game. He kept it simple. He kept it simple with a purpose. He played alongside Oli Decor, formed a fantastic midfield too. Did a great job. James Milner's been mentioned. Now, James Milner, that's a shout. In terms of purely for Leeds to start to go to David Batty at the minute, but James Milner's definitely a good shout. Very good shout. I don't know why I didn't think of James Milner. There's probably other players I've thought of as well. Aaron Smith, there's another one that just come off the top of my head. There's probably a few more. Paul Robinson as well, Yorkshire. So there probably is a few more. Johnny Woodgate as well. In fact, no, Johnny Woodgate was North East actually, I think. I know he obviously came through our academy, but I think he was North East. But yeah, there's a few to be fair. As that AFC Lewis says, just to go more to this season now. Delph as well. Delph, to be fair, keep them coming in. Yorkshire-born Leeds players. Who is the best of the lot? I'm saying David Batty. If you give me a better one, Dan David Batty. Don't give me a better one than David Batty. Rich Bedford says, if Batty was playing today, I think he'd be in the Leeds team today. Absolutely no doubt about it. David Batty would easily be captain of this team. No disrespect to Liam Cooper, but David Batty is a leader. He's a leader. If he scored a couple more goals, he probably would be acknowledged as, easily one of the best players we've ever had. He is still acknowledged as one of the best players we've ever had, but in terms of the very, very top 2 or 3 bracket, if you don't class him as that already, he's just the goal scoring, few more goals, off being that for me. I think a lot of people acknowledge him as kind of our top 5, top 10, but in terms of the top bracket, Billy Bremner, kind of Johnny Giles, that kind of bracket, I think he's just off that. But what a player! What a player! Epitome of what it means to be a Leeds player. Along with Yorkshire Pirlo, KP, Mateus Clarke. It's it's a few different contenders in that lot. It's great. But in fact, Tash is showing in now. Gordon Strachan, Billy Bremner. It's but to be fair, Tash, last time I checked, both were from Scotland. But both honorary Yorkshiremen, to be fair. It's a shout out to those two. Wow, unbelievable leaders, absolutely fantastic. But to be fair, we're having a bit of banter here. Jack Bauer and Frascat. Oscar doesn't look like Casper the Ghost today. Thank you very much, Joe Wayman. To be fair, I'm never ever going to be able to shift that down to Casper the Ghost if I do this live stream. But hopefully when the summer does come in and we get a bit lighter nights, hopefully it's going to improve the light a little bit. But to be fair, I do like Casper the Ghost again tonight. But to be fair, Tash has only just joined in, so to be fair, Tash, we'll let you off on this occasion. But guys, let's get some more debate coming in. Let's get some more debates coming in. Players you want in this current team. Let's talk about the heroes. Anyone, just mention any player and I'll talk about them. Go on, any player and I'll talk about them. Rich Bedford, Danny Rose. Danny Rose, never played a game for Leeds. Has gone through quite a tough time recently. Danny Rose, he's had a good career. To be fair, Danny Rose. He's gone to Tottenham, played a lot of games, played a good Tottenham team. To be fair, won trophies. I think he won the League Cup with Tottenham. But he's gone to Newcastle now. A fair play to him. He's gone out a good career. Danny Rose again, one of the best Yorkshire players. Again, never played the game for Leeds, but to be fair to him, he's done really well for himself, hasn't he? Sure. Then Jack said, "Pubs are shutting down. My life is over. I've got to talk to Tash." To be fair, I don't know if you guys have seen, but I think I saw it in. I think it's in China. I think after they'd gone out of quarantine, out of self-isolating, there'd been 85 fucking laptop just went off on me then. 85 cases of people filing for divorce. 85 after coming out of self-quarantine. That is absolutely unreal, isn't it? It's absolutely unreal. There's 85 cases of divorce after coming out of lockdown. It's just brilliant. I just love things like that. Shouldn't laugh, but just love things like that. But come on, guys, throw some names at me, and I'll talk about them anyway. It's one of those. Tony Yeboah, wow. Again, another player, an icon in the sense that if you mention Tony Yeboah, you go back to Liverpool, you go back to Wimbledon, you go back to the Wonder Goals, you go back to Monaco, hat-trick at Monaco, you go back to anything. Wow, what a player. I mean, in this team, it's absolutely unbelievable. Whether he'd work hard enough for a Bielsa, probably not, to be honest. Again, what a player, isn't it, guys? Ollie DeCour, Michael Roebuck mentions, what's the player Ollie DeCour was? He made things happen. Now, I can't, Lewis, I can't mention him. It's a very much a case of anyone but him. Definitely can't mention him, to be fair, mate. Definitely can't mention him. Great player to be fair, but again, for me, my personal opinion is on that particular player should be erased from Leeds United's history books for me. For how shameless he was kind of at that time. For me, he's not a player I have any kind of, great player, huge great moments, but someone who let down, for me, Leeds fans, he let down Leeds United as a club. one of those things, isn't it? But yeah, Archie Morey has mentioned Luciano Becchio, but I will acknowledge he was a great player. But again, someone that it's one of those, after what he did, it kind of overshadowed it all really. So, Luciano Becchio, wow, again, one of the early heroes, fantastic strike force with Beckford. 2008, 2011 time, he went to one up top. What a player Luciano Becchio was. He didn't get tons of goals. He got 10, 15 a season. Did have a couple of seasons where he was the main man. He delivered. He was just one of those players, selfless when he had to be, ruthless when he was up top on his own. What a player he was. Keep the comments coming in, guys. Let's keep talking. Let's keep talking anyway. Let's keep dragging this stream along as much as we can. David Sommer now, he is unbelievable there, David Sommer. So sad what happened to David Sommer. When he got that injury, he never quite recovered from it, but people forget how good he was before that injury. Fantastic. Great left foot, right foot. Someone, that one kind of player you think, wow, under Marcelo Bielsa, he'd be a Premier League player for me, but unfortunately, he's going to be a player who never quite gets the acknowledgement he deserved. But that season he had for us, I thought he was absolutely unbelievable that season. He's very much kind of like the second striker to Beckford, to Becchio, but he was fantastic that season, to be fair. See more comments. Jack says, John Sheridan, the greatest right foot ever, and you'll be feeling like me about the pubs getting shut. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. But yeah, what a player, John Sheridan, the legend of the 80s, the icon of the 80s, probably the one main icon of the 80s. He defined an era really by himself. Unfortunately, he never quite got the rewards by being involved in the promotion winning team. But very much the foundations were set by John Sheridan's individual contributions leading up to that. Goal scoring midfielder, playing the 10 role, just made things happen. Jennifer Mill, Eddie Gray. Wow. I mean, just one of those without injuries. Yeah, Tom Revy says, there wouldn't be such a thing as the legend of George Best if it wasn't for Eddie Gray having injuries. Whether you can go that far, I don't know. Obviously, I wasn't, around in that era. I might look old, but I'm not quite that old. But yeah, I'm only joking, guys. By the way, I'm only joking, guys. Clear as anyone who was around that era, but you are very, very lucky, to be fair, if you were around that era. Be happy, to give anything to be, to watch Leeds during that era, to be fair. But yeah, what a player. You are very lucky if you've seen Eddie Gray play live. That's all I'm going to say. Very, very lucky. Been very lucky to meet the man himself. And he is Mr. Leeds, isn't he? He's just so humble. You wouldn't have a clue he was a Leeds player. You wouldn't have a clue he was a Leeds player unless, he actually, I don't know how to word that, but you know what I mean, guys. He's just so humble. You just think he was just a ordinary guy off the street. He's just so down to earth and just a proper Leeds player, like most Leeds legends are. Vast majority of Leeds legends, incredibly down to earth. LUFC Lewis, Barndoor Billy Painter is met him a couple of times, to be fair. He's a great lad, to be fair. But yeah, to be fair, I did see his first ever goal for Leeds at Preston away, Tuesday night, 6,000 fans away from home. Great night, to be fair. And yeah, there's a bit of a chant going, nice one, Billy, nice one, son, nice one, Billy, let's have another one. And that was just basically going on for like about 40 minutes, I think, after he scored. And it was a great night, that, to be fair. It was, but yeah, it's brilliant night, that, to be fair, when Billy got his goal. But he did miss a sitter about 2 minutes after it as well. But one of those things, didn't quite work out for him at Leeds. We did have the option to get Charlie off him, but look, it's one of those things, it happens, doesn't it? Steve Morrison, Archie Morey. Oh, Steve Morrison. I know he was a bit better towards the end, but oh my words, Steve, just those words, swapping Steve Morrison for Luciano Becchio, it defined the Neil Warnock era, didn't it, really? Oh my word, that was such a bad deal. It doesn't even need saying. How bad a deal was that, really? Probably the worst transfer Leeds have ever made, to be fair. No disrespect to Steve Morrison, but that was one really, really bad. That was one really, really, really bad deal, wasn't it? Keep the comments coming in, guys. Keep the comments coming in. I've seen Adrian mentioned. Adrian by Archie Morey. Adrian. One of those players that I think he had 2 games where he's like a 9, 10 out of 10. I remember he came on at Rotherham away, he just looked like a Premier League, Champions League player. He was literally taking the piss, to be fair, at Rotherham away. And then next game he was so bad. And the rest of the games after that, the fish dive as well against Derby, I think it was one of the worst dives I've ever seen. He was a Brazilian footballer who didn't have any skill. It's just unbelievable. Like, only Leeds United could sign a Brazilian footballer without any skill or any kind of like somebody who could, who could express himself. He was the one Brazilian player I think I've ever seen who was unable to do that. Just decided, to be fair. Dan Dobb says someone wasn't an assassin, and that's definitely a fair point. He was so lethal in front of goal. Fantastic finisher. Fantastic finisher. Scored so many goals for Leeds, and his goals a minute rate must be among the best in terms of all time for Leeds, to be fair. It must be well up there. Any other comments here? It's our Bucky Curry was an amazing player. May have won the title again in the late 70s if he didn't go back to London. Yeah, again, Tony Curry, again, bit before my time. Wow, what player. One of those players is a legend everywhere he's played, to be fair. Sheffield United, he's probably Sheffield United's best ever player, I think, as far as I understand this. But yeah, wow, what a player. It says if somebody could just be elaborate on the ball, make things happen at a time where Leeds were kind of starting to decline from the glory days. But yeah, as a lot of people have said, that Leeds probably could have won another title, probably just about got the title after the team aging with, Tony Curry's individual skill, individual moments. Yeah, probably could have won another title, at least another trophy, maybe a cup or a European trophy. It's just one of those things, isn't it, guys? But guys, we're coming up to 52 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up in a second. Make sure you keep your comments coming in. Michael S., who's your player for the one that got away? Now, up to about a year ago, can't really say it too much now, but I'll say it anyway. A bit controversial. I think Frank Lampard's got to be one of those. I know. Obviously, Frank Lampard. What's happened since? It's going to be a very unpopular opinion, that one. But in terms of someone who got away, we had an option between Frank Lampard and Seth Johnson. We went for Seth Johnson, and the rest. To be fair, Frank Lampard went on to be a goal scorer midfielder for England, for Chelsea, etc., etc. We could have been our player from West Ham in 2001, I think it was. So yeah, it probably would be Frank Lampard in terms of that kind of era. From other more recent eras, I think Ashley Barnes was quite strongly linked with Leeds at the time when Becky was leaving. Obviously, Ashley Barnes got on to have quite a good career. Anyone else from that kind of like recent era? Obviously, Matej Vidra, but Matej Vidra hasn't done so well at Burnley. But there's probably loads. Not even thought of. I think obviously Ross Barkley when he was on loan at Leeds, which he got more minutes. I'm trying to think who else. Probably Lewis. Lewis Cook technically is the one that got away from me because we didn't quite see Lewis Cook at his absolute peak. Before he went to Bournemouth, before he got his England cap, etc., etc. It was absolutely gutting. Jordan Bataka. Jordan Bataka's getting a good mention. Jordan Bataka, a bit like Adrian, fantastic debut, fantastic couple of games, and then just turned. I don't know what happened after that. It's just one of those players, just exactly same. Forestieri has been mentioned by Archie Morey. Forestieri was linked before he went to Sheffield Wednesday. He could transform Sheffield Wednesday for kind of 2 years. It was around 2015, 2018-ish. Probably more 2015, 2017-ish. He had 2 seasons at Sheffield Wednesday. Pretty average team, pretty much like they are now. We completely transformed, to be fair. He made him a different team. Made things happen. Good player to watch, to be fair. Really good player to watch. I know he's got his controversies. There's no excuses for those controversies, but really good player to watch. Maradona's been mentioned again. Maradona, early 80s, before the time. But yeah, that's obviously the obvious one, isn't it? But guys, keep the comments coming in anyway. Keep the comments coming in. We're going to wrap it up in about a couple of minutes or so. Keep the comments coming in anyway, guys. I apologise. Not got a second half stream out, guys. But we've had no second half stream. Anyway, guys, but stay safe, as Michael Roebuck says. Stay safe, Leeds fans. Keep yourself safe. And that's the main thing, really. Follow guidelines. Guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. Quick mention with Robert Molyneux, a.k.a. the Terminator. But But yeah, the damn dog. Going to leave it with one last comment. Bielsa would have jettisoned Ronaldo if he did. Ronaldinho if he didn't track back. Wow, Ronaldinho, what a player! I mean, one of those players is just a real character, isn't he? Just, I mean, probably one of my first proper football heroes in terms of outside of Leeds. I mean, unbelievable, just so iconic again, a player, and just so more of an icon because he just did bizarre things. Barcelona he was going out pretty much every night, I think, in clubbing and that lot, of just one of those proper characters, wasn't he? But guys, I'm going to leave it there. Had a nice little chat. Sorry, it wasn't exactly what I planned, but good to have a nice little chat anyway, guys. And if you are in isolation, hope it has brought a little bit of joy anyway, guys. But I'm going to leave it there anyway. I've been Oscar. See you later, guys.